Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. Today is November 11th, 2021. About a half hour, the market will get kicked off here. Let's see if we can take a look at some charts in the market and whatnot, see what's going on. I want to reach out to all the veterans out there, and well, I'm shaking your hand right now. I'm tipping my hat to you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Okay. The SPY here yesterday, not looking too good. It looks a little different when you take the real time off of it. You can see how it kind of changes it. We're actually below the T-line yesterday where we closed. It kind of looks like we're going to open up back above the T-line today. So, in my book, the T-line is going to be pretty doggone important today. And going to have to keep a close eye on that. If we lose the T-line, I'm afraid that we're going to come down here to that red line, which is just the 17 EMA. No magic to it at all. It's just I don't know if that's going to hold, to tell you the truth. I see a little more support down here around this 456.85 area. So we want to stay on our toes. Stay on our toes. Stay sharp, that's for sure. Stay sharp. T2122. We've come out of the overbought area. We're moving down. We're not down here in the oversold area, but we need to see this thing start moving back up. That would be good for the bulls. We move all the way down here, and that could set us up for, to move back up an oversold rally from this area. But we're kind of in this middle ground, and the middle ground can be a little tough to trade sometimes. A little tough, because what happens is nobody wants to drown. Look, drowning is a horrible way to go. So what's happening is the sellers are trying to drown. Let's make that smaller. See if I can do that. There we go. There we go. The sellers are trying to drown the buyers, and the buyers are trying to fight back. The only thing going on here is a battle. Very hard to trade. So we need a good, solid direction. Another chart that I think we should keep our eyes on is the VIX. Now, I pointed this out a couple days ago. I believe I pointed it out yesterday as well. And what we've got here is a bullish W pattern. Pretty darn good one, too. Pretty well organized. Pretty darn good. And see where when we moved over this high right here, that put the bullish W pattern in play. And it closed up pretty nice yesterday. It really, really did. Now, we need to get through this 50-period moving average right there, which we did. Here's the 200. It's kind of hard to see, right? There's the line right there. Here's the 200, and it lays right in here. So for this VIX to follow through, it's going to need to get over that area. It'll probably do some testing and whatnot before it moves up, if it moves up. Point I'm trying to make here, if this starts to move up, all bets are off the board as far as longs go for me. I'll drop longs, and I'll be looking for shorts and nothing but shorts, as long as that VIX stays up. If the VIX starts to pull back and gets under an area that I feel is safe, then we'll look at some longs. But I'm going to watch that VIX here very close today. All right, let's take a look at some charts. Hey, I want to reach out and say thank you to everybody for being here. Appreciate it. Really, really do. We're going to look at how many here. We're going to look at 7, and there's more. If you come over to this page right here and just scoot down here, and these are all, I update them every other day. Here lately, it's been kind of every day I've updated them, and you can come over here and check them out. I'll put a link to this page down below there in the chat, okay? Just as soon as I'm finished here, I'll do that. So anyway, let's take a look at what we've got here. I'm really liking SQ. SQ has busted out over the 200-period moving average, and we've pulled back. We're in one of those 3/8 traps, and we do love our 3/8 traps, don't we? Beautiful, beautiful chart here. Couple places that it can be bought. This is what I'm going to look for anyway. One right here, absolutely. Another place will be on a breakout. I have no problem buying the breakout up here. I guess what I could, well, heck, I could just do that, couldn't I? Buy anywhere in this area right here. As far as a target goes, let's look for some targets up here. Targets are the easiest thing in the world, and it's just peaks and valleys is all it is. So I think that looks pretty good. We don't need any more than that. A breakout here, well, that could, maybe we'll put one more. That could send us all the way back up here to 124 bucks. It's possible. But let's worry about this first. So as far as a stop goes, a stop varies because right here, I can't say where I'm going to buy it. I can't predict where I'm going to buy it. I don't know, because I'm only going to buy it when it sets up for me. I'm not going to say pre-market here, say something like, all right, I'm buying this right here at 36.20. I don't think that's a smart idea. In fact, I think it's kind of a dumb idea, because we have no idea what the market's going to be doing. We don't have a clue. All the check boxes are going to have to get checked. The market is going to have to be working. This chart will have to be working. The price action will have to be looking good. I want that VIX down. I don't want the VIX up. So I can't predict those sort of things. So I'm going to wait. But here's some things I'm going to do if it is bought. I'm going to look at where support might be. One of my favorite charts to go look at is the 3-bar chart. I'm going to turn real time off on this one. There we go. One of my favorite charts is this 3-bar chart, and it helps me set up a stop. So for instance, I might come in here and say, you know what? I like this right there. I do like that. All right. I'm looking here. We're just under these 2 candles. There we go. I'm going to go back to the daily, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to raise this up, and now my buy is over 35.70. But I'm kind of predicting here. Now that's sort of a rough guesstimate at this point, but if it comes up here and I was to buy it there, that just might be where I put my stop. Fuel cell. Fuel's acting pretty good here. Rounded bottom breakout. I think, QS, yeah, that was a rounded bottom breakout as well. Here's fuel cell moving up. The rounded bottom breakout, there's still space for the Thursday the 18th and Saturday the 20th classes that I'll be doing. The classes will run somewhere between 2.5 hours, between 2 and 2.5 hours, I would suspect, and we'll be going over those trades and, well, lots of learning, lots of things to cover. So here we are setting up. We broke out of the 200 period moving average. We're pulling back with a nice flag. You can see here that we broke out. I'm going to use this area. I almost never use that one candle up here at the top. That's a worthless candle in my opinion. It was like the dispensable little scout up there. Hey, let's send that scout up. We don't need him. And they chopped his head off. Comes down, we gap up. Looks like that might be a good supporting area. So I'm bullish anywhere on anything above $9 and we'll say 50 cents. So now it becomes just a simple matter of where you gonna buy it. How are you gonna trade it? I'm gonna look for a buy signal. I typically look for buy signals like that. I'm not a shopper of these lows. Look for that buy signal, even maybe a breakout. As far as a target goes, I think the first target would have to be about 1250 up there, and beyond, maybe around 1540. Plug is setting up. That's another one of those rounded bottom breakouts we'll be talking about. How it could have been traded, whatnot. Go from there. Nice sideways consolidation here. Up, back. Let's just, I think we could do this. Look at that, right there. Yeah, let's do this. Boom. Anywhere in this area here can be bought. You kind of know where you won't like it, below those 2 candles right there. So that's where the stop would be. A breakout would also be an excellent trade on this. Excellent trade on this. Plug. GM. So I was in GM. I'm going to turn this back on. I was in GM. Well, I closed it yesterday. I forget when I bought it. Now I can't remember that far. One of these days in here. Just a second. Need some water. Wow. GM here. I don't normally buy stocks first 15 minutes of the morning. There is a chance I buy GM this morning. Excuse me. Hang on one second. Okay, let's try this again. So I don't normally buy stocks first 15 minutes of the morning, but GM is one that I am thinking about getting on right away. GM starts to break out here, then I don't see why we can't get to 62. Let's forget about 62. Let's just get to 63, 80 up here. Let's just test these 6-8, June 8 highs up here. Watch price. This could be a nice trade. Stop. A simple way to ask yourself where my stop is to ask yourself why you like the chart. Why do you like the chart? And that right there is the answer to your stop. An example is, let's take GM here. So let's say I don't get in this till right here in this top right here. Well, it's breaking out. So why do I like it? I like it because of this chart pattern, and I like it because it's breaking out of those two white candles right there. So where would I not like it? This is easy stuff. It's not hard. Don't complicate it. I don't need any kind of indicators here. You can do this with a naked chart. You don't need anything. Price action, really easy to do. Really, really easy. I say that because I know several people try to complicate things. Don't need to. Big. This is a nice chart here. Big. Beautiful little bottom. Look at that. Look at this inverted head and shoulders we've got going on here. Look how we've come up and we've pulled back here. This will all be discussed in the coming up on the rounded bottom breakout class. Entry target. We'll also be talking about the dotted deuce, which is not shown on this chart. We'll be talking about that moving average as well. Anyway, I'm looking at about a 13% gain on this, and it may want to jump right up here to that 200 period moving average that give us a little bit more. Beautiful little pullback. I love that chart. Nice. NEE is also setting up. Look at that little flag that's being made right in there. And we're actually above the flag. Yesterday we were. And then we've got this nice bottom that's being put right in there. That's a great looking chart. We just broke out over the 50 period moving average. If that's not a strategy for somebody, we should talk about that. Moving average crossovers. I've got a couple of scans. Maybe today I'll share them out here in the room. I don't mind, just somebody has to remind me. But where a moving average crosses over another moving average and then basically sets up to that PBO pullback opportunity like that. And anyway, it's a great little alert. You're getting, you're looking for charts down here near some major support, and I'm speaking of the 50 period moving average. In this chart, you've got a nice bullish W pattern. Great looking chart. Where wouldn't you like it? Well, let's do this. Let's change the color there. There's the floor to it. If it fell through the floor, I wouldn't like it. Last one I have is Cody. Cody's a great big gap up here the other day, and now we've settled down. Today will be the third day that it's settled down here. Anything above 1025, kind of liking that. I think that might be a buy. I also think on a breakout might be a buy. For some folks, that's not quite what I wanted. Let's try this one. So Maybe you're one of the folks out there, the traders that like to buy inside like that. Great. Maybe some folks want to buy outside. Just wait for that breakout. If you take a look at Cody, I'm going to go to a weekly chart. If you take a look at that weekly chart, we're over the weekly 200 period moving average, and targets are the easiest thing in the world. Just go look where there's been a battle between the buyers and sellers. So how does $13 sound? Not too shabby. What is that? A nice 22% move on the stock. Can you imagine what the option would be? Woof, that's big money, big money. All righty, folks. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it. Once again, I tip my hat to all the veterans out there. We'll be back here in about, 12 minutes or so. And I'll post that link here in the chat. Just 1 second, okay? Thanks.